Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 23. So this is a big one. First of all, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Flyers just had a big win over Nashville to celebrate Claude Giroux, but we'll get to that in a second. Yes, Carter Hart played great. Got hurt there for a second, but he got back up, made us a little nervous.
Yeah.
So we'll get to Giroux and the captaincy in a second, but first let's focus on the number 23 since that's kind of become our theme. And don't worry, I got plenty of these I can do every episode for quite a long while still. So first I wanted to talk about your grandfather's favorite 23.
Pa! I love Pa.
So that would be Ilkka Sinisalo. He played in the 80s.
I love his name. It's so fancy.
Yes, it is so fancy. So I have this signed picture from Ilkka. May he rest in peace. He was a really great flyer. So I have that. And then for my favorite 23, it would be Oscar Lindblom. There you go. So I have a Stadium Series jersey that Oscar was cool enough to sign for me. I love it with the, the black number with the silver signing and the Stadium Series patch. Huge fan of Oscar's.
He's super nice. I've met him multiple times.
Yes, he is super nice. Very easy guy to root for. And I've been doing it for a long time, so I watch a lot of hockey. I've actually watched him when he was in the Swedish Hockey League. I paid for the package to get those games.
You've watched a lot of hockey.
I watch a lot of hockey. So for a late round draft pick, to be a regular hockey player is impressive. Of course, he battled cancer and defeated that, which is just beyond awesome in all walks of life. But Oscar was a guy in camp early on. I always thought he had the thing to make a flyer. I know they knocked his skating, but the dude fought hard in camp. He could win puck battles. Huge fan of Oscar.
And didn't he get back up right after cancer? Like he started playing the next season?
Yeah, came back. He's still building his strength, and you can definitely see as this season going along, he got a lot stronger. But yeah, the fact that he came back in those playoffs at all is just amazing. So, and he's a really nice guy. So besides signing the jersey, we've got some pictures with him.
Yeah. Here's
you, me, and him, and I'm in his Swedish jersey, and that's at one of the carnivals.
Yeah. Carnival.
And in this one early on, it was before he switched to his permanent number when he was 54, but I like the picture with the Swedish flag in the back, so he signed that.
That was the one that I played washers with him, right?
Oh, him and Robert Hay. Oh, no, I'm sorry, him and JVR you did. Yes.
Him and JVR, I played
yes,
washers.
So you played you played washers with Oscar Lindblom and JVR, because they were together. So yeah, that was really fun. So it was cool seeing him at the carnival and all. So that's our 23, because we didn't want to take up too much time with that. So now we're going to cut and talk a little about Claude Giroux. Hey everybody. So we wanted to talk about the captains of the Philadelphia Flyers. As far as the whole time you've been alive, who is the captain of the Philadelphia Flyers?
Claude Giroux.
Claude Giroux. So Giroux just played his 1,000th game as a Flyer, and they won, which was great. It was really good to see the team step up. Nashville's a strong team.
And it was 5-4.
Yes, they scored a lot of goals, which they haven't done this year, and the whole team played great. I do think you can clearly see having Hayes and Brassard back makes an impact on the team. Just too many injuries to overcome this year, but putting that aside, it's all about Giroux today. So, it definitely looked like the trade deadline's coming. Claude Giroux is going to do what's right for the team and be moved. The team's going to get assets back for him. And honestly, I hope that he signs again here this offseason. This is his home. Claude Giroux belongs here. Let him get a cup run in and come back.
Okay.
However, if he doesn't come back, I would think you don't name a captain for the rest of this year, obviously, in Giroux's honor. You just play out the season. But I think we got to look at options for who would be next with the C. Who do you think?
Sean Couturier?
I think Sean Couturier is pretty much...
Can I say my explanation? Because he has the A on his jersey, which is the
alternate
captain, which to me that's basically backup captain. So I bet they're going to move him up into captain and make someone else the alternate captain.
Yes.
Captain. And
just never say assistant, it's alternate. So yes, you got that right. And one, that makes sense because he is an existing alternate captain. Two, he's got tenure. He's been here a very long time. Three, the guy just won a Silky. I mean, he does everything. His leadership has grown. So I think, Coots is the logical choice. I mean, Scott Lawton has become a vocal leader. I think he's earned his A. Ivan Provorov, although he's not having the greatest season, is certainly puts a minutes eater. And Kevin Hayes, I think you would look at as another alternative. He's got an A, but I think it's got to be Coots. So, yeah.
And then to go to the next wear a jersey, either Scott Lawton or Kevin Hayes. Those are the two I root for.
Yeah. I mean, I think both would make good captains, but to me, it's just it's got to be Coots. So, okay, but moving on because I don't want another captain yet. I want Claude Giroux back, but
Me too.
Yeah, because he's the only captain you've ever known, which is odd. But he's been a captain that long. That's all she's ever known. So
because he got picked in 2011. I was born in 2011, so I've only known him my whole life.
So
I haven't known any other captain.
Nope. So
making Dad feel old.
Yes, very old. So speaking of that, I wanted to show off. I have a puck collection of every captain signed on a Flyers puck.
Because there's a lot of pucks right here. Just a lot of them right here. Yes.
So Cheyenne is going to show you. We'll start with the first Flyers captain, Lou Angotti. Fortunately, Lou just passed away, but he was a really nice guy. That one he actually signed through the mail for me. He lived down in Florida, but then I actually met him during the 50th anniversary ceremonies. Next Flyers captain was Ed Van Imp. So we have that. And then after that, the person most people think of as the captain of the Philadelphia Flyers. Bobby Clark. So, and I have him on a Hall of Fame puck. I also have him on a regular puck, but I've changed everybody who once played for the Flyers on the Hall of Fame. I have just about all of them now. So, next would be Mel Bridgman. So he was the captain for a while. And then another Flyers Hall of Famer in Bill Barber.
Ooh, I love him too.
Yes, you've seen Bill at many events. Bill's great. So Bill was the captain of the Philadelphia Flyers. And then we move on to my captain of the Philadelphia Flyers, Dave Poulin.
Which I am wearing him currently.
Yes, you are. You have Dave Poulin's number 20 jersey with the captaincy. So, I mean, I guess everybody depends on your age. You know, some people are Clark, some people are Poulin. You will always be Claude Giroux. There's plenty of people out there that are Eric Lindros. Just kind of, you know, how old you are, who your captain of the Flyers is. So after Dave Poulin, became Ron Sutter.
There you go.
So Sutter took over, and then was new Flyers Hall of Famer Rick Tockett.
One of Dad's favorites.
Yeah, I mean, I think every Flyers fan loves Rick Tockett because he did everything. He scored goals, he fought. I mean, he was the quintessential Flyer. And then after that would come Kevin Dineen, a sort of downtime for the Flyers as far as record-wise there, but Dineen served the captaincy with pride. And then following Dineen, we go to Eric Lindros, another Hall of Famer.
Him.
Yeah, sadly you were like that's the distant fast Flyers to you.
Yeah.
But
and on Rick Tockett, that's the next jersey you want.
Yes, I actually don't have a Tockett. That's the one I'm missing. So
he really wants a Tockett.
Yeah, that's because I've always waited for. I wanted the one with the two patches. But anyway. So after Eric Lindros, Eric Desjardins took over for a while. Rico was a stalwart on the defense. It was kind of cool having a defensive captain. And then we went to Primo. So Keith Primo, I mean, most famous for that OT goal, but Primo served here with distinction for a few years. Then we had Hatcher, so we had another defensive captain. And then another one of my favorite Flyers to ever play, Peter Forsberg.
Oh, I actually haven't heard of him.
Yeah, most of his career was spent out in Colorado. He played a little in Nashville. He played here towards the end of his career, but he still had a killer season. He just had feet problems by that point. He wasn't quite himself, but... and then another defensive captain, Jason Smith. Just an absolute horrid year, but a well-respected captain. You know, I think the worst Flyers team, but not his fault. Then another, speaking of respected captains, Mike Richards. It was a good return when we traded Carter Richards, but I hated to see him go. Got to watch him win the championship with the Phantoms. And I love Richards. Richards played hard both ends.
I know you have his jersey because it's right there.
Yes.
Right there.
As they should be. Carter and Richards are both on my wall next to each other because they're Carter and Richards. Right there. And then just one of the Hall of Famer and one of the greatest NHL defensemen of all time. That would be Chris Pronger. Shame his career ended early because of injury. And then taking over for him is your captain of the Philadelphia Flyers, Claude Giroux. So I have every Flyers captain. They sit in a nice case on my wall. But we took them out. Made her wash her hands first. And took them out to show off the pucks.
I did not wash my hands.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
I did not wash my hands.
Sorry,
Dad.
So there are history of the captains of the Philadelphia Flyers. Cool, showing off another thing we got. I do want to thank everybody who watched last week's episode. It was one of our best. Everybody liked your interview with George, where you got to try on Claude Giroux's junior jersey.
It was so cool. I got to try on like a billion of Claude Giroux's jerseys.
It was very cool, and it was a good interview. And so thanks everybody for checking that out. We hope to have more interviews coming soon. I've talked to a few people, Flyers and fans, so that should be good. And please do not forget to like and subscribe. And leave any comments below. Maybe, how about give me who your favorite Flyers captain was. All right. Thank you very much.
Mine's is Claude Giroux. Best.
Mine's Dave Poulin.
Not Tockett? Oh, not Tockett? Okay.